Hey Axis and Allies players, the good captain here. Welcome to a review of the Entente side of round 10 and the execution of CP11. So the French purchased 13 infantry, and then yeah, they to push Berlin. Okay, so as the Germans, well, let's just look at the stats. Okay, so what we were looking for was for the French to number one, not kill every single piece, and we had 29 pieces, so yeah, so they knocked it down to, man, so the French shot almost quite nearly +1, right? And that is the thing that the whole thing kind of hinged on: A, not being knocked out by the French, and B, that was the primary thing, which I guess, it did happen. But if we ever needed a subpar role for the Entente, that was another. This is another station where it would have done us well, because the Brits were going to hit us with at least 9 infantry. There was nothing I could do as the CP to control that. And so what I really wanted statistically was at least 3, but more likely 4 pieces remaining in Berlin. Of course, I didn't expect the Air Force to survive, so this was probably too much of an ask. But you could see how even scoring, this was a +1, right? So having 2 left is more normal than having 1 left. And to ask the dice gods to have the Germans, or excuse me, to have the French roll, -2 or even 3, not a huge thing to put a bet on, at least on this side of the map. Of course, none of this makes any sense unless buying time actually nets us some sort of gain in Paris. But as you'll see, I don't think it made much of a difference. But this was the thing I was trying to set up. I just wanted to see what this sort of like shot from the past the center line of the half court line, or whatever you call that in basketball, if the basket would go anywhere near to in. And then of course to add insult to injury, we shoot neg 4.5 as the Germans, but I don't really care about this because it was more about what survives, not about what we kill, at least at this point in the game. Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Yep, that's the only battle for the French. And then the British pull up, and yeah, they make some purchases. Now, unfortunately, that means the British will collect the 28 IPCs, which makes seizing Munich an error, like a hindsight error. It would have been best if the Germans could have repelled that attack and then dropped in 9 more pieces and then delayed this whole thing for another turn. But in hindsight, what would have been the point of that to begin with anyway? We denied the British 4 IPCs, but they're going to collect those IPCs anyway, because so probably shouldn't have done that. And then the other reason you shouldn't have done that was, or I shouldn't have done that, was because once Germany falls, any German territories, previously German territories, will flip green. Okay, so I could have had Munich at least for a turn as the Austro-Hungarians. So not a small, teeny tiny little error this late in the game, not a big deal. So, British attack in Albania. Oh, let me open this up. Sorry about that. I think this was the attack that, yeah, right. Like, this AAA needs a lot of tending to, and it's not. It's irritating. It's hard to get used to. But okay, so we'll ignore that. I don't think that attack was intentional, is what I'm trying to say. So now the British attack. So now they have a 9-piece attack instead of a. Wait a minute. Huh, 8, 9, 10, 11. They didn't even commit 12 pieces. Of course not. Why would you? So, okay, they throw 9 pieces in there. And just for giggles, let's see what 9-2 attackers. Yeah, I think is it 100? 98. No, it's not completely off the spectrum. 97, actually. So, boy, that would have been hilariously, like, if they had still caught, if the dice had caught. Of course they didn't. Um, the British clean out, they score a par hit, and the Germans hit back. Okay, yeah, blah 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 blah. And then we get to the Ottomans. Here we are, turn complete. So Germany is down hard, and most of the territories, of the original German territories, have been flipped or contested. So the Ottomans, you know, for nothing, for no other reason, just to make some fireworks. We battle in Persia, and this actually goes like +4 Ottoman. Now this is way too little, way too late, and in an area of the board that is just totally inconsequential at this point. But I think this was like +4. I don't want to take the time to do this. But the British, actually, I am. Yeah, this is something we needed a long time ago in a different area on the board, or this is what we needed in Paris on the round we attacked. This is kind of what I was, again, the shot from the half court mark, but 19 hits was what was expected for the Ottomans. They pulled 26, so +6, almost 7, right? Great roll by the Ottomans. The British roll back, somewhat tempering the Ottoman roll. The British roll nearly +2, so like not quite +2, but 1 and 2/3 kills positive. So taken together, yeah, a nice warm roll for the Ottomans. Okay. And nearly even tub swing, which was a hard ask, but there it is. This will not change the outcome. And then this was sort of, yeah, this was a super damper. 4 at 1. Okay, we missed this. The Ottomans missed this. I sent 4 infantry against a single Brit in Transjordan to attempt to break into Egypt or threaten to break into Egypt. An 80% chance that the Ottomans catch this. They fail, so it stays drawn at 20%. Too bad, so sad. The Italians purchase 4, and then they launch an attack into Burgundy. These are I like this part of the game. When all these pitched battles happen. This is, if you've done everything right, you have these battles that matter, and it might not seem like it, but if they go the other way, then the game continues on with like the CP can win if the dice go a different way. And of course, I'm going to do a post-game review here. I don't know about this video, but maybe the next one. Obviously, there's something to be said about learning how to be or go on the offensive with the Ottomans, but I'll table that for another time. So the Italians push Burgundy, and this was sort of a hard decision I made with the Tyrolean fighters in the previous turn, sending all 4 into Hanover, and then just having that fall flat on its butt. Not sending even 1 into Burgundy, that was a risk, and I think we're going to miss that. I think we will have, we'll miss the fighter that could have been. But hang on. Okay, so the Italians are looking at 9, maybe 10 kills, and they pull 6. So this is a -4 for the Italians, and then this should have been 12 and maybe 13 hits, and they got 12 hits. So a slightly poor roll for the Italians, a par roll for the CP. So nothing, nothing super crushing or disastrous. So turn complete. The Italians place. Okay, we're done. The Americans reinforce Burgundy, mostly Burgundy, to help gum up the Austrians. So this is where we are going into the Austrian turn. Okay. We've still got quite a strong economy, but it's going to dissipate quite quickly. We will purchase 16 infantry and 1 artillery. First thing we're going to do is pin Hanover. Now that it's a contested zone and Germany has fallen, we could flip it Austrian, but since it's adjacent to such a large army, we'll just make the British have to do some work for it later. And then the only territory that these troops can evacuate to is Bohemia, because we don't have. Technically, they could fall back to Munich. I should restate that. They can fall to Munich because this Austrian piece is here. They cannot go to Silesia because it is not a Austrian territory and there's no Austrian piece there. Yeah, and I'm sort of just doing this turn right now. So yeah, we'll come back down to Munich. The piece that was in Munich will push Alsace. And I'm actually, yeah, let's put you here. And everyone else needs to pile in. No, we need to leave the should we leave one? Nah, just pile in, just pile in. Okay. All you guys move here. Venice goes Piedmont, yep. And then what do we do with the ulcer? Let's, for the time being, let's ignore. Let's go push. Push. No, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, let's send a strike package into Poland just to clear it. Let's send 1, 2, 3 here, and the rest of you here, like so. Okay. Let's send Bohemia into Munich. Let's send. Yeah, this over here. Sevastopol and Kazakhstan are going to both occupy Persia. Just reinforce that Ottoman incursion there. Everyone else will head west. Yeah, why not? And then, yeah, let's just crush it. And then cycle through. Yeah, something like that. Okay? So let's just roll the dice and then we'll take a look at what should or could have been. I should verify battle in Burgundy, check. Battle in Poland, check. Battle in Alsace, check. Battle in Piedmont, check. Yeah, these are all legit. Piedmont first. We get him. No piece swap. Just a clean kill. Alsace, we miss. And he misses, so that's not too bad. Oh, we whiffed the Poland thing. Oh, jeez, man. God. What was that? I gotta check it. Yeah, man, we missed to 93%, so the draw was at 7%, and the British caught it, so yeah, just, it's pouring. It's pouring outside. That doesn't look too hot. Let's see. Yeah, we rolled down on the 2s by 1 1/3 or so. Oh, we rolled up here, so never mind. It ended up being kind of par. Let's double check, though. Yeah, that's about as par as it gets. It was either going to be 13 or 14 hits, and more likely 14. So right down the middle of the bell curve, which again we cannot we can't just keep eating it like this. We need to catch somewhere. No, see, this isn't good either. Yeah, he hits his numbers on the 3 column, and yeah, let's just do this one for completeness. Yeah, it was either 13 or 14 hits, and more likely 14. So yeah, this battle just went too many centerline bell curves, and this would normally be maybe okay, but again, just too little, too late. We needed something warmer, something like +5 or -5 or both at this point, and that's it. So pretty abysmal. I think we missed Alsace. That was a 50-50 or 54% that we missed. This was a 93% that we missed. Centerline bell curve, both sides on Burgundy. Piedmont, okay, we took Piedmont without casualty, but that was one of the less consequential. We caught that 93%. Yeah, place our pieces. This is a small thing, but I don't know if the veteran will have a problem with this or not. That should have a blocker in it, right? We learned that lesson from last time. The can opener, British guy. I don't know if you don't want the veteran. If you I don't mind if you flip that back. That was sort of a hasty turn. And then we will put an Austrian here and 2 down here. So I'll pause this so you don't have to watch this. So we collect 53 and we done out. Actually, let's take a look at the turn summary. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see this on the YouTube, but that is so... There's nothing on here that's for fractions up or down. It's just right down the middle of the bell curve all over the place. Yeah, anyway. No, that's not good. At least not, again, not at this stage in the game. We are looking to catch some dice. German combat move. Yes, okay, so... 26, 36, 38, 39... Yeah, there's a decent amount of pieces here, so let's see what we need. Actually, to heck with it. Let's just roll and then see what we want to do. Oh yes, that's right. This piece, contested zone to contested zone. So I'm actually going to edit him out, since this is a legal move, since but we have Germans in each contested zone. You can always shift between contested zones. And again, I have a feeling this is something that might not be completely comprehended playing over the board games unless you really dive into the rules. But okay, do we want to do anything with these assets here? Nah. Okay, German combat move. All right, let's roll and then we'll check the stats afterwards. Yes, I'm sure. Fire away. Okay, it doesn't look too hot. Oh no, it does. Okay, 25 at 2. That's quite a bit. 20. That's a little warm and that's a little cool. But let's just add it up and check. Actually, that's not bad. This is something we would have been nicer to get on the first round of combat. But okay, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 25. This is almost +4. Almost +4. And now we're expecting 21 hits on the way back. But the gambit we're taking is that the enemy scores like some significantly, like -4 to -10 would be appreciated. Ah, they scored +2. Okay, so oh bother. Okay, we'll drop 3 fighters. And let's just make it all but 2. Actually, let me check the British situation. 1, 2. Yeah. We will keep 2 fighters. Okay, so max out fighters, back it off, and then max out infantry, keep the armor, question mark? No, I think we're done. So like, let's just totally get rid of the armor and lean it out so that we have max defense at this point. Check that. How many pieces are left? 16 plus change. Nah, we're gonna take one last. I think that's GG at this point. Yeah, that's probably GG. Okay. What? Oh, I meant to keep the armor. What happened there? And you know what? Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Okay, German NCM finished. And that's it. So, I don't know. I'll conditional concession. Let's do one more round, and in the next video, I'll do a unless there's some super wacky, unless there's something super wacky happens, that's probably it. But yeah, I mean that looks. I mean, so the Germans ended up with 24 pieces here, and if the dice had been a little wonky in favor of the CP in that first round of combat, as they were in this round of combat, then I don't know. It could have happened, but it would have been a pretty big ask. Yeah, probably. So, yeah, one of the things the veteran and I are talking about is going back to the critical moment when the Germans turned south instead of turned back north. Now, that's probably I'm like, I'm as certain as this outcome of what the outcome of that will be, but we can do it, and I think we should, and so, if he's cool with it, we will. So after the next video, we'll go back and then play the game from the point where the Germans could have turned north, just to kind of play that out, play that scenario out, and see how it would go. Okay, thanks for watching this. All the best from the good captain, and bye-bye.